Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, where today we are watching TankBunny of the Doge Clan in the Tier 7 American Reward Tank Destroyer, the Super Hellcat. This was the second of the well-deserved reward vehicles. You need to have been an account holder in World of Tanks for at least 4 years to be able to get one, and it's joined a number of vehicles that have come out. For nostalgic tankers, you've got the T50-2, you've got the Super Hellcat. This was the second one to come around. It was followed up by the Super Chaffee, and more recently we've seen the VK2801-105. And I guess these vehicles were aimed at sort of reintroducing or reimagining vehicles that have been removed from the game or rebalanced in some way, and bringing them back for those longer term tankers. Now in this case we've got TankBunny has been brought in bottom tiered. He's 8 over 7s, so he's going to require every bit of role play to every bit of effective play to the role of the vehicle in order to make this work. Already the team appears to have a modest hit point advantage and a modest tank advantage, actually. They're having knocked out the EBR Hotchkiss, so that's a lot less active scouting ability that they're going to have. Now, admittedly, the tank destroyer thing on this map is usually to hang out at K0, but, well, we've already got the Scorpion back there doing a fantastic job, so... and we've got the LTTB that's already at E0, so of course TankBunny is going to move up to where targets actually exist. I mean, there's no point, from the LTTB's point of view, pushing up to spot something that no one can shoot anyway. So they've been able to identify a couple of enemy vehicles that are still around that E line. There's the Scorpion, there's the Barasque. And for now, Super Hellcat, the TankBunny is using the Super Hellcat and the versatility that is offered by a fully rotating turret to try to get that gun into the game. Now we can see the enemy LT-432 has been playing a more cautious game. They're playing a bit further from the back. TankBunny doing what they can to try to draw a bead on them and shut down that Russian light. In many ways, the LT-432 outclasses the LTTB, so it is going to be a bit of a priority target for them if they can keep eyes on it. At the moment, they appear to have the initiative. They have the cover. TankBunny firing from cover in this fashion is actually not visible to anything from the mid, but it appears the VK3002D has, having manoeuvred onto the 0 line, is able to spot and snot TankBunny here. Now, hopefully he's not going to get involved in a shot-for-shot trade with this German medium tank, but it's very likely that TankBunny has gone invisible by virtue of that soft cover between them and the VK. And just shot after shot, they've been able to knock them out just exclusively with blind fire. Again, staying with the with opaque soft cover between himself and the target. This is allowing TankBunny to get flanking shots into these remaining tanks that are behind that berm along the E line. In this case, the Scorpion. Note that he has switched to his only high explosive shell to take on the Scorpion. This is a tank that has virtually nil armor. The armor is really just there to keep out the elements from the vehicle rather than keep anything, possibly including bullets as well, I would suggest. We've got the LT-432 still doing its thing in the mid, so they still want to play to avoid being spotted. Unfortunately, it's only the AT-7 that was giving us an opportunity. But while that target's exposed, he's taking full advantage, including putting a shot into the Stura Mill along the way. It appears the enemy has the initiative on the cap. They have started capping, however, it's only with the one Russian tank destroyer. Now that's been wrapped up by the T-103 and the Tornbarn, so hopefully that's put that alarm bell well and truly to rest. We can see the Black Prince moving back towards Cap to try and reinforce, as is the AT7 trying to get into the hard cover at the back. But all that is doing is presenting a wonderful side profile here for TankBunny to try to exploit, and is able to pick up his second kill of the game. Still, that we know about, we have the Barask and the Black Prince that are occupying the line of buildings at the back of the map. But more broadly, TankBunny's team has a 2-gun advantage, about a 1500 hit point advantage as well. Although they have been boxed down into the lower right corner of the map. The enemy seems to have a lot more powers of maneuver to try to sort of take their 6 tanks and maybe push them in a direction where they can do the most good and locally create a situation where they outnumber TankBunny's team. But for now, his platoon mate Flashboom has said, no, we're going to push this line, and with the eyes of the AMX 1375 in the game, they end up identifying the Black Prince. Flashboom continuing their advance, also joining the fight, shooting at the Black Prince. Although it appears Flashboom has become the target of enemy vehicles, including the Barask, who's been able to shut him down there, unfortunately for Flashboom. But the Scorpion, the friendly Scorpion, has taken this moment to join the fight. So at least that's 2 rather capable 90mm guns that are in the fight on this elevation. Though they might be a little bit hard pressed to outspot the Barask here. The Scorpion with the higher hit points makes its move. Although again, this is a vehicle that is dedicated as a sniper. It's not really there to bounce damage. It doesn't not a role that it excels in. TankBunny looking for opportunities on the M4Y, but they do not find them. Barask does present itself, however, and between them and the Scorpion, that's a very rapid shutdown of the Tier 8 Premium French Medium. This potentially leaves the cap circle open to TankBunny's team. We can see the M4Y manoeuvring around in that corner. There's potential for shots, but TankBunny thinks better of it. They decide, no, we're going to go for the cap. Although what should appear but an Object 252U Defender, one of the most frightening Russian tanks of Tier 8. Certainly not what you want to be facing down as a Tier 7 vehicle. Although being a tank destroyer, it is implied that you have a bit more punch to deal with that. Now he has expended all his standard rounds, which boast a penetration of 167mm, but has 8 of the APCR loaded, which has 210mm. That's probably just adequate to be taking on Tier 8s. A lot of Tier 8s sort of carry in the order of about 210mm of penetration as their standard round. But he's able to get a critical hit on the Object 252U and quite possibly stunted that vehicle from being able to push any further. The only problem is, well, how do they actually dig it out at this point? Now, we have 4 vehicles here in TankBunny's team. We know there's 2 enemy vehicles left, so there's probably no reason at this point in time that these 4 vehicles couldn't move in and knock out that Object 252U on their own. Quite similarly, we've got the Tornbarn, the AMX M445 and the T103 in the south that could likely be taking on the M4Y. So TankBunny, trying to inspire a little bit of courage from his teammates, moves in, and this is with only 528 hit points left, potentially one-shottable for the Object 252U, but manages to get the first shot in, reduces the Object 252U down to just over 600 hit points, so this puts them in 2-shottable territory for TankBunny and the Scorpion. Unfortunately, any sort of push either side of these buildings might be somewhat unwise. It does eat a round from the Object 252U, manages to set it on fire, just leaving it with 338 hit points. Of course, TankBunny's reload a bit faster than the 252U, but unfortunately bounces that follow-up shot. Now, the Scorpion falling in behind this building was not a smart move, actually. What they because all that means is the defender is able to point their gun in this direction and be able to sort of square off with two tanks. Key in a lot of these situations is crossfire. The other Scorpion has got the right idea, though, not coming in the front of the defender, but coming in from behind. And there's not too much the defender can do about it. TankBunny takes another shot at the lower frontal plate, unfortunately misses that one, well, fails to penetrate that one, but the Scorpion, with the right idea of initiative, has been able to take the killing shot, and that's a win for TankBunny. Let's take a look at its results. And what a game they had there. That is a well-deserved Ace Mastery badge from Bottom Tiered. And have a look at this absolute fistful of Epic and Battle Heroes medals. We've got the Tanker Sniper medal for causing the highest damage inflicted from a distance of at least 300 meters. We've got the Confederate medal for hitting more enemy vehicles than any other player on the team. And we've got the High Caliber medal for accounting for at least 20% of the hit point pool of the enemy team. We've also got these badges of merit here. We've got Bruiser for damaging enemy vehicle modules or crew members at least 5 times in the course of the battle, and the Fire for Effect medal, which goes hand in hand with the High Caliber medal. But have a look at this damage take. Over 5,100 hit points of damage inflicted by the Super Hellcat. I actually had to do a double take there to see that he hadn't actually met the qualifications for an Object 260 mission they were doing at the time, where they had to get 5,000 hit points of damage and also damage some internal modules. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do that this time around and sort of take that Object 260 mission with honours, but holy hell, they came close. For their efforts, though, they did take 3 kills between the Black Prince, the AT-7 and the VK-3002D. Having a look at the team scores, this is this is a result that's overwhelmingly in front of the next, being Sisiyama 2000 in the Bofors Tornwagen, but still quite a good game from them at over 1,000 experience points acquired. Apologies if you can hear that. It's actually just started absolutely thumping down here in Brisbane, where our city's in for a flood at the moment, but hopefully that'll be old news by the time this video is released. Having a look at the enemy team, some reasonably high scorers here as well. The M4Y that had been able to take and hold the mid for as long as they could, coming away with over 2,000 hit points of damage, but unfortunately failing to carry today. Having a look at the detailed report, a reasonably profitable game here for TankBunny. Unfortunately, as a reward vehicle as opposed to a premium vehicle, they don't come with the same credit boost that you get with a premium vehicle, so it's just as well we had a bit of a personal missions payout here as well. Otherwise, the considerable gold expenditure involved in this game would have led to a rather underwhelming credit yield, in spite of the expensive effort out there in the field. And very accurate fire here, it's worth noting. 27 shots fired, hit all but one of them, and 23 of them penetrated. So very well done there by TankBunny of the Doge Clan. And if you've got a game that you're proud of and you'd like to share with the community, then please reach out over Discord or any of the links below. Please also check out the About section of our YouTube channel, which describes some of the community submission guidelines for the sorts of videos that you might want to put forward. In the meantime, take care out there.